にちは。Ladner Sensei です。This is 日本語1, so Japanese 1 illustrated notebook. And these are illustrated ways to take notes on different tasks. Today we're doing task 1, introduce yourself. And this corresponds with a few different textbooks like Adventures in Japanese 1, Chapter 1, Ima 1, Chapter 1, and 日本語学ぼう Chapter 2, Japanese for Busy People 1, Lesson 1, and that's what we're on today. In general, to introduce yourself, you say はじめまして your name. です。どうぞよろしく. There's many variations, but we are going to use that one. はじめまして so-and-so です。どうぞよろしく. And this is the listener, and they are not saying anything. So this person's mouth is open. And they're pointing to themselves. Not really because that's what people do, but more so that you know they're talking about themselves. And this person is just listening. I'm not doing any bowing in this illustration because that will be dealt with in a different video. Next is hiragana and romaji. So write hiragana in a black pen or marker and romaji in a colored one. Start with ha. Down and hook. Start at the top and down. Loop to the right for a ha. Underneath, write ha. And this will correspond with how you type ha. Next, G. G, start up here, swoop, T. And J-I for G. Me, start up here and kind of a diagonal but curved diagonal. Then you start about here. And you're going to make like a fish shape, but the tail of the fish continues around. Me, Hajime, Ma, 2 lines, Ma. And start up here, then go down and loop to the right, similar to this shape. Ma. Shi, you start at the top and swoop down. Shi. Te, straight across for te, and curve in. Hajimemashite. And speech bubble shows who's talking. Now, it doesn't matter if you have just this person say Hajimemashite or both of them, because in reality, both people end up saying Hajimemashite. Next, your name, desu. Put a blank. And then you're going to fill in later with how you write your name in Japanese. Straight across for de, curve in 2 dots. De. Suit, straight across for suit. And we start up here, go down, loop down. Suit. And the Japanese period is a circle. Hajimemashite. So-and-so desu. Now here I would stop and learn how to write your name in Japanese characters and then put the pronunciation underneath. Hajimemashite. Your name desu. Douzo yoroshiku. Do is like a thorn in your toe with 2 dots. Do. diagonal U, big curve, do, zo, make a curve and start up here, and it looks like an off balance Y, then you go straight across and curve in. 2 dots completes Douzo. Douzo. And since we're at the beginning stages, I would leave a little space. Yoroshiku is next. Yo. And then we start at the top for yo. Down and loop to the right. Yo. Ro. Straight across for ro. Down and big curve. Yoro. Shi. Start at the top for shi. And curve up. Yoroshi. Douzo yoroshi. What was that last sound? Douzo yoroshiku. Ku is like a softer version of a less than sign. Yoroshiku. And the Japanese period is like a circle. Hajimemashite literally means it's the first time, like it's the first time we met. In English, we don't really say that, but we might say something like, oh, I don't believe we've met before. So think of it that way. Your name, des, just means I am your name. There are more formal versions of this ending, like Smith to moshimasu, but for a beginner, des is perfect. Last of all, douzo yoroshiku. There's many versions of douzo yoroshiku. There's just yoroshiku. There's douzo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu, and a few different ones in between. But this is a general ending for your self-introduction, and it gives the feeling of let's have a good relationship and treat each other well. And des, I like to think of just as a sentence ending that doesn't have a meaning in itself. It's just a way to end a sentence that doesn't have a verb. Now for some explanation. First, Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite literally means it's the first time we're meeting. So it is the first thing you say in a self-introduction. So as a student, you don't really need to write these explanations down, but they're very good to understand why we say these different things in Japanese. Number 2, desu, desu. You'll hear des usually. Des is a word that ends a sentence when you don't have a verb. So it goes after your name to tell someone what your name is. It's sort of like saying, I'm Mr. Smith or something. Last of all, douzo yoroshiku. Douzo by itself is a way to say please, and yoroshiku is from the word for good. So it literally means please good or please be good to me. So it is a way of asking someone for kind treatment. It goes at the end of your self-introduction, and it's a way to humble yourself and acknowledge that you sort of are relying on them to treat you kindly, and of course you will do the same to them. So once again, Hajimemashite, your name, desu, douzo yoroshiku. Keep in mind there are going to be more versions of desu and more versions of douzo yoroshiku as you become more advanced in Japanese. And that's it. See you later. Don't forget to see my video for task 2, greeting others.